Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Elisha Saint here, a YouTuber based in Enugu. If today is your first time stopping by, you're welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, you're welcome. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys how I achieve this beautiful bridal look on this pretty model. So first off, I started off with cleansing her face with my wipes. And after that, of course, I went over my micellar cleansing water and my cotton wool to clean her face thoroughly and make sure that there's no dirt on the face before going over my moisturizer. Then I went over my moisturizer from metic moisture potion, guys. So that's me applying that all over her face. I'll be spreading it all over her face with my Nuban brush. Apply this generously onto the skin and then make sure you blend it in, even massage it in with your hand, with a clean hand, guys, of course. Then after that, I'll begin over with my Yanga beauty primer to prime her face. So I'll be applying that all over her face except from her under eye curls. That place needs to stay hydrated. You know, the under eye tends to crease most of the time, so you don't apply primer there. So after that, I'll be going over my power C from Msmetics. I'll apply that on the area where she tends to sweat and oil out, and that is her T-zones. Then going over my Nuban glow, I need her to glow. I'll be applying that at the area where the light will hit her face and it glows. So that's on her forehead, nose, tip of her nose, and her cheeks. Then I went over with my foundation from Lbvision in the shade Ife. That's a perfect skin tone. Guys, when matching your foundation, you match it to the person's neck or chest, guys. Because if you're matching it to the person's face, sometimes some clients' face tends to look different from their skin, like their shade, the shade of their face is not as it's the same as their chest and neck. So guys, if the person's skin tone is different, that the person's face is different from the chest and the neck, you match it to the chest, because that is the place that they'll be seeing. Like, that's the place you're meant to match your foundation to. So guys, that's me. I actually matched the foundation to her neck, and at the end of the day, guys, when you see this finished look, it looks like her skin, everything in skin in her foundation was matching. So after that, I went over with my darker shade of foundation, still from Lbvision, and this shade now is in the shade Ahugo, I think. Yeah, Ahugo. I used it to contour her face, but I found out that it's a bit, it's not really giving me that contour shade that I want. I needed that place to look hollow, so I later went over with Adane. Yeah, I later went over with Adane. That is from Lbvision too. Guys, I love this foundation. This foundation blends in very well. Like, it blends in seamlessly, and that's me contouring her face again with that shade. Can you see? At least it's giving it that shadow that I want in that place. So after that, I went over to mix that Ahugo and Adane together. No, the first shade is Oledo. Yes, I used Oledo and mixed it with Adane for the bridge of her nose. So I'm contouring her nose right now, and when doing this, come directly under the brows and go all down. Then blend in with your beauty blender. That's me blending it in with my beauty blender to avoid any harsh line. Then after that, I'll be applying her blush with from this Becharm ageless lipstick palette, and I mixed the red and pink shade to get the blush shade that I want for a light skin. So most times when you want to mix your blush for a light skin, you mix more of the pink than the red to get the perfect, blush shade that you need. So that's me blending it in. I'm taking that gently. I don't pack it all at once. I apply it gently and then blend it out so it doesn't look too much and still, gives what it should give. Then going over with my in the shade honey and creamy ivory. I used the one that is very close. I think the honey is very close to her skin tone, so I used it to conceal her face first. And when concealing a client's face, you use a concealer very close to her skin tone. Then after that, I'll be going over with the creamy ivory, so further highlight the makeup, and I'll be applying that at the inner corner of her eyes. So that's me blending in the first shade of concealer I used, so that it blends in well before I go over with the second one. And this me going over with the ivory, the creamy ivory, to further highlight the eye. So after that, I'll be setting with my pressed powder first. But before that, guys, make sure you blend in very well. See me taking my time to blend this in. I actually took my time to blend everything in. As you can see, I went back to all the places that I've applied the concealer before to blend. So guys, I'm going over with this lightest shade from this my Becharm Ageless. Guys, if you can remember, the powder broke the very first day I did my first video on this channel. So I poured it inside a clean container, a clean gel container, and that is where I'm getting the powder from. So I'm using it to set the highlighted area first before going over my setting powder. So guys, it's better to first of all set with your pressed powder first before going over with your setting powder. It helps it blending smoothly. Like most times, if you apply the setting powder directly, it tends to most time leave patches and would not dust off neatly. But once you apply your pressed powder first before going over with your setting powder, it does the job, and it's so good. So that's me setting all over her face with that her skin tone powder from the same Becharm Ageless powder palette. I've been setting all over her face before going over my setting powder. I've still set the nose contour that I did earlier. So that's me going over with that shade from the same Becharm Ageless palette. I am setting the nose contour. That's me setting it. And when doing this, guys, be careful so you don't even go over to where you're not meant to go. So that's me blending it out seamlessly. So guys, after that, I'll be going over with my mirac setting powder, to set the okay, sorry, I didn't use mirac setting powder in this video. I actually used um my Nuban beauty setting powder. I am so used to mirac that I I most at times like using it, but I decided to use my Yanga beauty setting powder in the shade Alabaster. So that's the Yanga beauty setting powder in the shade Alabaster. So guys, this shade works for all skin tone. It is a translucent setting powder. It doesn't leave any cast, guys. This setting powder is really nice. I gave it to them. This is actually my first time. I just bought the setting powder, and this is the second time. Yes, the second time I'm using it. It's really really nice, guys, when you apply it, when you want to, dust it off, it moves, like it removes, like it goes without leaving any patches or pulling anything. So I recommend this beauty blend, sorry, this setting powder from Nuban Beauty. They really did a nice job. So that's me snatching her eye, lifting her eye rather, and then reversing the contour I already did under her cheeks. So after that, I'll be going over to my eyeshadow. I'm priming her eye with the Benign White Clown eyeshadow primer. So that's me applying that. Guys, a little goes a long way when applying your primer. If you pack too much, guys, it will crease and you don't want that. So just a little, the little you pick the first time, just blend it, dab it in, and spread it. So that's me going over to the other eye. I'm using the very first primer I took, and I am blending it in. Blend it very well so it doesn't crease. Blending is the key. In fact, the only rules in makeup is blend well. Blend well. So as you can see, I actually blended it well, and then went over with my powder. Then went over with my powder to transit, and I'm using the shade I used for her skin. And I'll be showing you the shade I used actually to transit. So I'll be showing it to you now. So this is it. These two shades, that is what I'm mixing to transit, to transit. Yeah. So after that, after transiting, I went over with the darkest shade on this on the Becharm ageless powder to smoke the outer part. Guys, you can make two of whatsoever you have. Like, you don't need to get the whole product in the world to achieve a very good and beautiful look. Once you know your onion, once you know the skills, you can work around whatsoever you have. Majorly, what I use for this eyeshadow is mostly the powder, and then in fact, it is the only part I used my eyeshadow was the brow bone. Yeah, that was the only part I used my eyeshadow palette for, guys. Other ones I use, you can use anything, play with whatsoever you have, and just make sure you blend in very well. And that's me blending in that eyeshadow, so there won't be any harsh line. So blend as if your life depends on it. That is the key to a good makeup. Blending, like, it cannot be overemphasized. Blending is the key. Yeah, anything you do in makeup, blend. So I'm going back to that my eyeshadow primer again, because it seems that the things that fade out, and I want to use a light color. I'm using the white shade from my powder palette, so I want it to pop. So I went back to that eyeshadow primer to apply it. I took a little, as you can see, it was the little I took that I applied on both the sides, and I made sure to blend in very well. Then went over with my small brush to still blend in very well. So I'm applying that white powder shade on my palette, on the lid. That is what I use as my main color. So after that, I went over with that brown shade again to further blend it in, so that there won't be any demarcation between the white and the transition. I need to blend it in a bit so that there won't be any harsh line. In makeup, we frown to harsh lines when it comes to makeup, so make sure you don't leave any harsh lines. So going over with my Nuban Glow, guys, I applied it on the lid. That's the place I applied the white powder. So I applied it there. I did not use glitters or pigment glue. I just applied it there. I didn't want it to be much. I just wanted to show blink from afar. So going over with that my eyeshadow palette, I use this color I showed you guys now to apply on the brow bone. I still blended it into the other one so there won't be any harsh line. If you can see me, I'm going back and forth looking at it, blending it in, make sure I blend it well before letting it be. Now I'm smudging the under eye with that brown shade from the same powder, you see. So majorly, mostly what I use for this eyeshadow look is my powder palette. So guys, with whatever you have, you can do something with it, and achieve. Just make sure you blend in very well. See me dusting off that powder, and as you can see, it's not leaving any harsh line or any cast. You can see I'm in love with this Yanga Beauty. Sorry, why am I always calling Yanga Beauty? Nuban Beauty setting powder is really nice. So going over with my FBH mascara, I'm going to brush on the lashes before I place that. I'm going to brush a natural lash before I place the first lash. So guys, I placed the first lash off camera. Then going over to the lips, guys, I went over with my that brown shade from brown color lipstick from Magic, and I'm lining out her lips. So guys, I'll zoom it in. I zoomed it in so you see very well. I am outlining the lips, so just do that carefully. Even if you want to overline, don't overdo it, you get. So oh sorry guys, I didn't know my hair was blocking the camera. So that's me lining the lips, guys. When lining the lips, you need to be very 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 careful. As you can see, it was not giving me straight lines, so I had to bring it and just do it till you get the perfect shape you want for the lips. So that's me going on button on to get the lining and the perfect lip I want. So as I'm applying it, at the same time I am blending it out immediately. Yeah. So going over my Becharm ageless lip stain, the shade orange, I'll be applying that on her lips, and as I'm applying it, I am blending it out immediately. So I apply that. As I apply, I blend. As I apply, I blend. Because anyway, this Becharm ageless lip stain, it blends in very well. That's it. They actually did. In fact, I'm in love with Becharm ageless products. They are really trying. They're really doing great. This their lip stain blends in very well. It does not patch, it doesn't break. So that's their pink shade from the same Becharm ageless palette. I applied it at the center of our lips, and now I am still blending it in again. So that's me blending. So blend till you get the the actual shade you like. The pink was not really popping out, so I went on to apply it again and blend it again. So guys, take your time, do your thing, and achieve the perfect and flawless look you want. Do your thing. As you can see from the mirror, once I apply, I go back, I check, I turn back again till I get what I want. I don't stop. So going over with that white lipstick from the same Magic lip palette, I'm applying it at the middle of her lips, and I'm blending it out also. As you can see, this look is every. See now, see the way everything is just blended in, everything. Guys, when I finished this makeup on this my model, do you know what she said when she saw herself? So everything is well blended. That was what came out of her mouth. So guys, that's me powdering her face again with her skin shade from the same Becharm ageless powder palette. That's me powdering her face, her neck, and all. And going over with that white shade, I want to highlight that inner part. I want it to pop a bit. So that's me applying it little, gently though, not much, just just a little, and then blending it out again. Then I'm going to still set my contoured areas. You see, with that dark shade of powder, I'm setting the contoured areas. Then I would, after makeup, just go back, re-emphasize all the things that you've done. This is, as you can see, I am going back to the nose contour to reinforce that, because most time before you finish your makeup, most of the things that you must have done might be fading out, so you need to just go back, retouch them, let them show. So that's me resetting the contoured area. Talking about with that shade from my severe mark eyeshadow, I went on to re-emphasize the blush, and I'm blending it in very well. Make sure you blend it in very well, guys. That's me talking about my Kiss Beauty setting spray, guys. I've been using this setting spray for a long time, and I'm in love with it. It does the job. So going over with my cheek pop from Vintage, I'll still intensify the blush a bit. Then after that, I went over on my TM Essential Cheek Glaze in the shade Bomb. Guys, I say whatsoever you have, any products you have, make do of it. Find a way to work around them. As you can see, that Bomb, it is the only one I use, both light and dark, and I know how I apply it. So you're going over with my Tahela palette. I will be highlighting her face, and that's me. If you've been in this channel, you know that I love applying my highlights with my beauty blender. It blends in very well for me, unlike brush. When I use brush, most time it tends to be harsh, so I just prefer using my beauty blender to do that. Then for the tip of our nose, I cannot use my beauty blender there because it will spread, so I'll have to use a smaller brush for that part. Then I'll go over to brush her under eye with my Lbvision mascara. Guys, this mascara is a bomb. This mascara, I'm in love with this mascara and Zaron mascara. These two mascara are my two go-to mascara. They do the job for me. As you can see, as you can see, it will look as if I actually applied a false under lash, but it's a natural lash. Second over with my Nuban the glow, I applied that slightly. When I used this brush, and take a little and then apply on the areas where you highlighted. It actually does a whole lot of difference there. It gives a whole lot of different glow there. So over with my classic lip gloss, I went ahead and glossed the lip. I'm a lip gloss girl, yeah. So guys, this is the finished look. In fact, this is the end of this video, and I hope you guys learned a thing or two. If you learned something, please give this video a thumbs up, like, share, and comment. And guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button, then turn on your notification bell to get notification when I post new video. See you in my next video. Bye.